The weight of the body is maximum in which medium, air or water or hydrogen or vacuum. So here, weight of the body decreases due to apparent weight, that is due to force of buoyancy. In vacuum, there is no force of buoyancy. Weight is maximum. Here, metal sphere suspended in water at 0 degrees centigrade by thread. Here, tension in the thread is calculated. It is tension when it is placed in an air. When it is placed in a liquid, so there is an upthrust due to liquid. So tension plus upthrust is equal to mg. Tension is mg minus upthrust. So upthrust here mg minus, so volume of the liquid is displaced into density of the liquid into g. So what is the speciality of water? In general, as temperature increases, liquid expands. But due to water's anomalous means special property, anomalous expansion of water, instead of expanding, it contracts as temperature increases. Once it contracts, its density increases. Density increases, upthrust increases. As upthrust increases, tension decreases. So in 33rd, which of the following is a resultant of cannot be 4 newtons? So any resultant of two forces lies between P minus 2 and P plus. So here in case of first, 4 newtons is possible. Here it is in case of second, minimum is 5, maximum is 11. So here 4 newtons is not possible. Here if you take minimum 4, maximum 8, it here also possible. Here you take difference 4 newtons, maximum and 8 newtons. In first, third, fourth cases are possible. In second case, it is not possible. So internal energy is a function of temperature, right? So isothermal process is defined with respect to constant temperature. As temperature constant, internal energy is internal energy is constant. So fourth option is correct. Here, potential difference is minus E dot dr. It is 45 degrees is in this direction. Here it is uh, from potential difference between X and Z he is asking. So here it is, this is 45 degrees, it is 135 degrees. This is from X to Z. So here it is E dr cos 135 from X to Z. So cos 135 is minus 1 by root 2. So E by as it's a uniform electric field, it is constant X to Z dr. So this length it is A, it is A, it will be root 2A. So its total length from X to Z will be root 2A. So the potential difference between X and Z is EA. Here a metal rod of mass M and length L horizontally on two supports at its ends if support B is removed. So center of mass, weight acts through the center of mass. Because of this, it rotates in clockwise direction. Once support B is removed, it will be force will be there only on A. So here there is a normal reaction. So mg minus n is equal to ma. So what is the force acting on A? Here it is force acting on A is n, which is m times g minus a. So here n minus, how do we calculate that acceleration? It rotates because of this weight in clockwise direction. So that the torque will be I alpha, so which is mg into L by 2. Here I is, if you calculate torque about A, say moment of inertia will be ml square by 3 alpha is mg into L by 2. Then m get cancelled. Alpha is equal to 2g by 3. Here it is. We got alpha value. So this is here acceleration is this through center of mass. AC is equal to R alpha. This distance is L by 2. Alpha is 2g by 3. Here it is 2g by 3L. So that's which is g by 3. So now n will be m times g minus a, here is g by 3. That is, let us check 1 minute. Alpha is, oh, sorry, 3G by 2L. Alpha is 3G by 2L. Or here is L by 2 into 3G by 2L, 3G by 4. And here it is M into G minus 3G by 4, which is mg by 4. So in a transformer, uh, if it is an ideal transformer, power input is power output. So E primary uh, power is EI is equal to E secondary test. So here, if there are N1 turns in primary coil, N2 turns in secondary coil, here induced EMF is E1 d by dt of flux. So flux is linked with number of turns. In one turn, flux is 5. In N1 turns, this will be N1 d5 by dt. Similarly, if secondary coil contains N2 turns, N2 d5 by dt. So here E primary by E secondary is N1 by N2. So from these two relations, N1 by N2 is I primary EP by ES is IS by IP. So he given primary 200 turns, secondary 400 turns are there. In the current in primary coil is 4 amperes. So I by 4. So current in secondary coil is 2 amperes. So color of light is maximum having maximum speed in air. In vacuum, the light of different colors, the light of different colors is same. Sorry, in vacuum, the light of different colors is same. But in air medium, different colors travel with different speeds. So here it all depends upon wavelength. So speed depends upon wavelength. We know this order with GR. So red has more wavelength. So its speed is more, but the wavelength here, red is not there. Next, orange has more wavelength. Hence, it travels with maximum speed. Orange light travels with maximum speed. Here, monochromatic light of wavelength lambda falls on a slit of width A. It's a diffraction process. So it's a somewhere screen. Path difference is this. delta x is a sine theta. So it will be maximum for n plus half into lambda. For first maxima, n is equal to 1. He told first maximum falls at 30 degrees, 3 by 2 lambda. A by 2 is 3 lambda by. What is the smallest rise of temperature? First, we should know how temperature scales are designed. All scales are designed based on freezing and melting point of water. First, Celsius scale. But 0 degrees centigrade, freezing point of water, melting point of water is this. This is Fahrenheit scale, freezing point of water 32, melting point of water, and then Kelvin scale 273.15, freezing, melting is this, and Reimer scale 0 degrees is freezing point of water, 80 degrees is melting point of water. So it's nothing but what they divided here equally, the same range is divided into here 100 parts. Here 212 minus 32, 180 parts. Here it is 100 parts. Here it is into 80 parts. So since the same range is divided into more parts, so obviously 1 unit on Fahrenheit scale will be less. So here I will write one word. So there are 180 divisions for same range, which are more divisions comparative to other scales. So obviously 1 degree Fahrenheit is smallest rise. Here nth bright fringe coincides with mth bright fringe coincides with nth bright fringe. So fringe width lambda d by d, nth bright fringe of light of wavelength. So d is distance between a slit and screen. The small d is distance between two slits, that will not vary. So here dd get cancelled. M lambda 1 is n lambda. So here it is 6,500 angstrom unit, other is 5,200 angstrom. That in force, that is 5m equal to 4m. So which one satisfies means third. M is 840, N is 10. So third option is correct. Here, the temperature difference is increased, then its thermal conductivity. So coefficient of thermal conductivity K depends only on nature of substance. If it is a good conductor, K value will be more. It does not depend upon rise of temperature. Q by T is Ka delta theta by L. This K does not depend upon rise in temperature, remains unchanged. Here, energy required to ionize. So, energy of an electron in nth orbit is this 13.6. So, energy of electron in the nth orbit, second orbit is minus 3.4 electron volts. To ionize hydrogen atom, energy required is plus 3.4 electron volts. So wavelength of a photon, what is the frequency of one wavelength here is let's see by energy of a photon. So energy here it is 1 kilo electron volts. Hc is fixed. Here it is 30 angstroms. So 1 mega electron volts. Then what is the frequency? Let us find lambda first. So that can say 1 by 10 cube is lambda by 30. Lambda here is 3 by 10 square. So what he is asking frequency. Frequency is V by lambda. That is 3 into 10 power 8 by lambda 3 into 10 square. We get 10 power 10. Let me check here 30 angstrom units. So here 0.03 angstrom. So 1 angstrom is 10 power minus 10 meters. Here you get 10 power minus 10 plus 10. That is 10 power 20 will be the frequency. Here a glass flask completely filled with mercury. That means initially volume of flask and volume of mercury are same. Now, whether after raising temperature to 80, we have to see change in the volume of flask and change in the volume of mercury. If change in volume of mercury more than change in volume of flask, then mercury overflows. So change in volume is initial volume gamma m delta T. So here it is, let me write in centimeter cube. Gamma of mercury 18 into 10 power minus 5, 80 minus 20. 200 into 60 into 18 into. So right, this is in centimeter cube. Similarly, change in volume of the glass V gamma m here is gamma of glass into delta T. 200 gamma of glass is 27 into 10 power minus 6 delta T is 60. So which is 12 into 27 into 10 power minus 3. Here also this is the 12 into 18 into 10 power minus 2. So this one is obviously more than this. Overflows will be 12 into 18 into, we can take 12 common, 10 power minus 12 common, 18 minus 2.7. 12 into 2.7, 15.3 into 10 power minus 2. 12 into 15, 180. So this is roughly 1.84 centimeter cube. So a ring starts from rest, acquires an angular speed about an axis through the center. So mass of the ring is 500 grams, half kg, and its radius is 20 centimeter. In terms of meter, it is 1 by 4, 5 meter. Torque on the ring is equal to I alpha. So ring moment of inertia, to calculate alpha, V is equal to U final angular velocity omega naught plus alpha t, initially 0. Within 2 seconds, it attains angular acceleration 5 radian per second square. M here is half into 1 by 25 into 5, 1 by 10.1 Newton meter. Here to calculate orbital frequency of an electron. So we know radius is equal to radius of electron in nth orbit is 0.53 n square by z angstrom units. At the same time, velocity of electron in nth orbit is 2.2 into 10 power 6 z by n. Orbital frequency v by r, some constant times uh, n n cube. So that is 2 pi n is equal to some constant times n power minus 3. So frequency 2 pi f, let me here, there f, here f, confusion. The frequency is proportional to n power minus 3. The velocity of sound in an open-ended tube is given. Frequency of tuning fork is given. Length of the tube is given. In which harmonic will it oscillate? So when they are in resonance, so tuning fork oscillates. They, in the sense here, one is tuning fork, other is frequency of air column in open tube. In fundamental mode, in a open tube, antinode is formed at the end. So it is lambda by 4, it is lambda by 4. Length of the tube is equal to lambda by 2. So V here is n lambda, that is n in n here is V by 2L. So velocity of the wave is 330 Length is 60 centimeter by 100. It is 3 by 5. 330 into 5 by, so 55 into 5. So this is this many heads in fundamental mode. In For some harmonic, so it is 2.2 kilo, it is lesser. For some harmonic, its frequency of air column increases. We don't know nth harmonic. So n into 55 into 5, that must be equal to 2.2 kilohertz. 11.2 times 11 fives, n into 25 is equal to 2 into 100. That is in eighth harmonic, frequency of air column and frequency of tuning fork are same, then that oscillates. Here beat frequency is n2 minus n1. x1 a sine omega 1t. Omega 1 is 3000 pi. x2 is a sine omega 2t. Omega 2t is 3008 pi. So 2 pi n here is 3000 pi. So here it is 1500. 2 pi n2 will be 3008 pi. So n2 will be 1504. So beat frequency will be n2 minus n1 1504 minus 1500. That is 4 hertz.